All right, here are the assignments for week 6 for this week. Okay, the first assignment is using the provided image. Please draw the isosceles triangle image. Please draw a person's profile. So what you'll do is, if you're at home, you can just print out the image of the isosceles triangle, which is this image here. Print that out, and then draw a person just like the face on the left. Draw the person's profile with their head and their eyes and their nose and everything. So go ahead and give that a try. Okay, let's do by the end of day, 12 a.m. on Friday. The second assignment that is due this week is to draw the provided image of Madam X. And that is this image right here. This is a famous painting that an artist named John Singer Sargent created. And this is the sketch for that painting from a person named Madam X in the early part of, I guess, last century. So all you'll have to do is just look at your computer screen if you're at home, or if you're in class, we'll look at the overhead projector, and we'll just add an image with the crosshairs on it, and we'll draw this image. Specifically with the crosshairs, I'd like you to draw a frame this time that is 6 3/4 inches wide and 8 1/2 inches tall, and that'll be closer to what proportionally the dimensions are to this image here of Madam X. So yeah, give this a try. Here is some important things to think about when trying this out. The first one is that you'll notice that, as I mentioned in the last video, with this profile portrait, the eye line is placed in the middle of the head vertically. Okay, so the equal distance from the chin to the eye, and the eye to the top of the head. Okay, the second thing is that, the third thing is that the bottom of the ear is in line with the top of the mouth, and I mentioned that with the pencil sighting that I did in the last video. Okay. Then another thing to kind of note, just in portraits in general, is that what's funny is that the only line that separates the mouth is the mouth, the inside of the mouth itself. That line of the inside of the mouth when you open your mouth, like that. So the lips, all you have as far as the difference is just the color change only. Okay, and the last thing here is that I want us to look at the negative spaces. Specifically here, if you look at the just in the drawing here, and it says number 5. You look at the bottom of the nose, the tip of the nose going down to the chin. That's a good negative space to be aware of. You can draw a line going across from the tip of the nose to the bottom of the chin. You draw another line for the negative space from the tip of the chin going down to the bottom of the neck, and that'll show that negative space there. Notice also the distance from the crosshair vertically to where the neckline is on the front of the neck. And then on the back of the head, there's another negative space, and you'll notice here, we've talked about angles before relative to straight, and there's a straight line on the area of the back of the neck, and you'll notice that there's the angle of the neck going up, differentiating from the straight angle of the crosshairs vertically. Another thing to note, as I mentioned, is that the ear, or may not have mentioned this, is that the ear is in line with the top of the eye, and the bottom, or the top of the ear is in line with the top of the eye, and the bottom of the ear is in line with the top of the mouth. So if you were to start this, I would maybe start with the negative shape on the top of the forehead, the hairline, so to speak, and then go down to the nose. It's also suggested, or can be suggested, that you can utilize the nose from the bridge of the nose, where it kind of goes in like this. You can go with the bridge of the nose down to the tip of the nose, and that can be a unit of measurement of how the nose works. So, so you can use that measurement of the nose, the profile view of the nose, to kind of measure against other things in the face. Okay, so that's the second assignment, is to draw Madam X by John Singer Sargent. Okay, finally the third assignment for this week is to draw somebody in front of you, to draw a portrait in profile view of someone that you know. If you're in class, it's going to be someone in class. We're going to take about an hour to do this. We're going to switch off, one person being an hour model and the other person being the artist, and then switch the next day. If you're at home, just please use your family, relative, or friend. Okay, 4 things to do for the instructions for this. The first is to ask someone if they can sit for an hour as your model. And the second thing is have them sit facing towards you. And if you're right-handed, you're going to have them sit facing toward the left. And if you're left-handed, they're going to sit towards the right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Thirdly, you're going to use your viewfinder, and just as we've done in class, you're going to take your viewfinder and hold it up with your elbows locked and one eye closed, and you're going to look at that, and then you're going to start actually drawing over the viewfinder, tracing that person's head, tracing that person's profile. And like the other assignments last week, where we had the hand drawing, you're going to transfer this viewfinder drawing with an erasable marker, the viewfinder tracing. You're going to transfer that to a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper with a frame that is 6 inches wide and 8 inches tall, and which also has those same crosshairs horizontally and vertically that the viewfinder has. Okay, and now here are a few things of note, or to be aware of, as we are doing these profile portraits. Okay, the first thing to be aware of is that if you're going to draw the eye, or when drawing the eye, we've talked about this before, how utilizing negative shapes will get you a 2-for-1 deal. You get one line and you get the other. When you're drawing a negative shape, you draw a negative shape, you'll get the positive shape too. So kind of a pitfall that can happen when you're drawing an iris is you'll go back to that symbol system. You'll think, oh, here's an iris of a person's eye, so blam, I'm just going to put a circle in. Well, to avoid that, try drawing the white part of a person's eye first, or just draw the white part. And that's what you see in this illustration here. It's kind of shaded, where it's showing the whites of the eye. And then when you draw that negative space, boom, you'll get the iris. And it'll look correct, it'll look more correct. Okay, another thing to mention, or that is of note, is that you notice that the eyelids do have a thickness to them. That's evident in this illustration example that we see here. There's a thickness to the eyelid above the eye. Okay, and then thirdly, that what's interesting is that the eyelashes will slope downward, and sometimes will curve a little upward after they slope downward. And the eye in general slopes from the top going down to downward, okay, to the left or to the right. It slopes up and then goes down. Okay, also, it's really important, just like the Madam X profile view or profile portrait, let's focus on those negative spaces, especially from some of you may have some masks on if you're in class, and that's fine, but some of you may not. But even if you do have a mask on, think about the negative spaces, because this gets pretty complex, where the tip of the nose and the chin and the mouth and all that kind of stuff. If you're focusing on the negative spaces as well, it's going to help you with getting those details and getting the lips and the nose and the tip of the chin. Okay, finally, look at also the negative spaces in other parts, specifically the collar. Okay, so when people draw a collar on a shirt, for some reason it's kind of a trap in terms of finding a symbol for what a collar looks like. So draw the negative space of that collar, around the collar and underneath it, just like it's shown here in this example illustration that's provided for us. Okay, so have at it and have fun and take your time. This is should take at least an hour or maybe more to draw somebody's profile view. It's a lot of fun, but you want to take your time, and you'll have that help with the viewfinder to get this accomplished. Okay, finally, what I'd like us to do for the sketchbook drawing, which will be due the following Monday, is to draw not just one object, but at least two objects. And what I'd like you to do is take two small objects and put them together, one in front of the other, or one laying down, one standing up, however you want to choose them. But I want you to compose them into what's called a still life. And that's where you just kind of put them together and place them in an interesting manner, and then go ahead and draw those. You can utilize the light if you want to kind of make an interesting lighted subject on them, to make some shadows, so you can incorporate some of the shadowing and that kind of thing. But basically, I want you to draw two items, at least two. You want to draw three, that'd be great as well. All right, so those are the assignments for this week, and looking forward to seeing you in class and to seeing your work. Thank you.